This week on Inside Boulder News, enforcement of the Pearl Street Mall smoking ban begins, a volunteer program helps keep Raptor families coming back to Boulder, and kids have fun while staying local for spring break.
Welcome to Inside Boulder, featuring topics and stories that impact the community of Boulder, with Patrick Von Kaiserling and Jennifer Bray. And on the news set, Natalie Wood brings you the stories making headlines this week. Inside Boulder News starts now.
Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Natalie Wood. The Pearl Street Mall is about to become smoke-free. April 1st marks the start of enforcement of the smoking ban ordinance, and the city posted no smoking signs along the pedestrian mall last week. The ban covers Pearl Street between 11th and 15th Streets and the Boulder County Courthouse lawn.
The reason for the smoking ban is really about public health. It's improving the air quality and removing secondhand smoke. So the main impetus is from a public health component. It'll be enforced in a combination of ways. We'll certainly use education as a first phase so that the public is aware of the smoking ban. And we've also now installed signage on every block. Our police department uses their officer discretion because oftentimes education is a very important form of enforcement, as well as issuing warnings.
The maximum penalty for a first offense is a $500 fine. An event celebrating the smoking ban will be held on April 12th in the 1300 block of Pearl. They're called bellwethers for the complex ecosystem surrounding our iconic flatirons. With temporary area closures in place through July, the counting begins. Every year, different species of eagles and falcons come to Boulder to nest and raise their young. But tracking the health of these feathered families is a big job that depends on teams of volunteers. Take a look at the program that works to keep Raptor families coming back for generations to come.
We have an incredible resource in our own backyard here. Starting in 1983, there was a group of really concerned, passionate citizens. They're called the Boulder County Nature Association. They had a theory that they had some incredible cliff nesting habitat right here in our own backyard for golden eagles, peregrine falcons, and prairie falcons. We have this great habitat, and there's a possibility of a collision course where you could have way too much human impact, and you might drive these birds away, you might cause a disturbance during critical times during their breeding cycle. And the closure program tries to take human impact out of the equation.
Because prairies have kind of these dirty armpits here and peregrines do not.
The city took it over, and we currently have 65 volunteers. And you'll never meet a more exceptional group of people.
So we're going to go through when to call us, when to call other people. And when.
I feel like the volunteers provide a lot of inspiration for the staff, and the staff provides inspiration for the volunteers. It goes back and forth. Our volunteers, some of them have been with us for so long, we actually ask them to train some of the new folks coming on because they've seen these sites for so many years that they really are the ones who could add in the secret observation spots and the history of the sites.
There was a time when I was involved with the program as a volunteer where the pinnacle for me was seeing something amazing in nature. And I still love that. I still go out and enjoy this spectacle, but working with volunteers as a staff person is really the highlight for me. They love what they see in nature. They love the camaraderie of working with other volunteers and staff members. And they are really our eyes in the system.
I think it's a really successful program because it's just, this broad base of support and the birds benefit.
If you would like to volunteer for this or other open space and mountain parks programs, navigate to osmp.org and click on Get Involved. In addition to the trail closures, the Boulder Reservoir's Axelson area will be closed until September 10th to protect nesting osprey. Be sure to check for red closure signs like this located at information kiosks around trails and open space before stepping foot in the area. You can also find detailed area closure information on the OSMP page. Just look under the OSMP Alerts header to learn more. The Boulder Police Department has concluded its internal personnel investigation into the January shooting of the Elk in the Mapleton Hill neighborhood. Both of the officers involved in the case resigned and are no longer employed by the police department. No other officers were found to be involved in the shooting. A summary of the closed investigation will be available on the department's website for 30 days. It's spring break, and if you're not at the beach, chances are you're looking for activities to keep your kids busy. How about swimming, gymnastics, or even yoga? Parks and Recreation hosts a spring break camp with all these activities and more. And with an overflow of students, the city is now extending its camp programs to other no-school days throughout the year.
This camp runs from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and it's pretty nonstop action. We're in the gymnastics center, we're doing dance, we're in our wonderful leisure pool here at the center, we're in the gym doing games. It is a lot of activities. The kids love it. Boulder Valley School District has a bunch of random Mondays and Fridays and teacher in services. This season was our first year of these one-day break camps, which have been extremely successful. Camp numbers are pushing the limits of being full. It's been a really positive experience to be able to, not only provide the child care for the parent, but also, getting the kids involved and getting them out of the house or off the couch and really being active for the day and enjoying their day off.
For more on Parks and Recreation camps, visit boulderparksrec.org. Thanks for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions, or send a Sign Me Up message to mycitynews@bouldercolorado.gov to receive video updates like this newscast in your inbox.